My boyfriend told me that he had just gotten done listening to an episode.
The reason that I'm in shock is because I feel like since you've started dating, your one line is, you can look at my socials, that's totally fine. Do not listen to a full-length episode.
You know what's funny is my boyfriend before that one and the one before that one, they got bored on their way to work, listened to an episode, and then just casually tell me that they listened.
Was it boredom or was it excitement over a mention? Well, I'm glad that he listened to the one where you do a whole segment about your soggy diaper butt.
It's Sophia Franklyn. You are listening to Sofia with an F, and the F is for phenomenal.
Hi, Sloots, and my favorite people in the whole world. I'm here with Soph, and I'm not talking about myself in third person. I'm talking about Soph. She is my assistant. She works for Sloot Media. She is the smartest, hottest, best assistant I've ever had. So we have like hours and hours and hours of suppressed conversation that now we're gonna have.
I'm literally beaming looking at you because like if we had a GoPro on us, which we routinely wish we did, we are cutting ourselves off 75 times a day because we want to talk about everything under the sun, but like
we have to work.
There's an empire to be built.
There's an empire, and it's like, that's so true. The amount of sentences I start and don't finish because we would just never get done.
I've genuinely been looking forward to this because I'm like, we need to talk. And to be fair, it's not like we're not letting ourselves talk. We definitely let ourselves chat.
I'm acting like it's like this like school environment and the teacher like is separating us. Like we talk all day.
Constantly.
Before we jump in, I was just reading a text message. So this is the thing is I hate calling him my boyfriend. My significant other who I could break up with at any given moment, and he could break up with me at any given moment.
Life is about risk.
I know. My romantic partner. My boyfriend told me in the most nonchalant, casual way over the weekend that he had just gotten done listening to an episode and said, you are so talented, you are so funny.
Wait.
I totally see why people listen to you. And at first, that's what I read. Like, I didn't even read that he had listened to an episode, and I was like, oh my God, is he just like randomly giving me words of affirmation? How cute. And then I saw he said that the title of last week's episode, I met the parents, that he had 2 people reach out to him and that he had no other option but to listen. What? That is such an invasion of privacy.
No other option?
So he didn't say that, but like he justified it. Thank you. I used to have options until I dropped my phone 700 times and it finally was just like, okay, bitch.
If you're just listening, I held up the I have options case, which is holding up amazingly. Okay, so
it does.
Your boyfriend, but I thought just the reason that I'm in shock is because I feel like since you've started dating, your one line is like, you can look at my socials, that's totally fine. Do not listen to a full-length episode.
Yeah. And it wasn't, you know what's funny is my boyfriend before that one.
Yeah.
And the one before that one, the same thing went down. They agreed to not listen. We got more serious. They got bored on their way to work, listened to an episode without asking me, without running it by me, and then just like casually tell me that they listened.
Was it boredom or was it excitement over a mention?
Yeah, he's a clout chasing
animal.
A
little bit of excitement over. Well, I'm glad that he listened to the one where you do a whole segment about your soggy diaper butt.
Okay, what else do I say? I did not know that allergies could make like up your sinuses in this way.
I wrote out things I wanted to talk to you about, and literally the first thing on it is "we're sick?" ? Are we getting sick or do we have allergies?
So I've lived, a quarter of my life. And that is rounding way down.
So we're a year apart.
We're a year apart. I have never had allergies create the same kind of symptoms that a flu and a cold do.
Yeah.
I have a deep, deep, deep cough.
I know you've been hacking.
I have super hoarse voice. I have a runny nose. I've never had allergies do that.
Yeah.
Have you?
No. I feel like I don't. I just woke up with a sore throat and I'm having the runny nose thing. Also, I have a fun issue in my apartment where my bedroom reeks of cigarettes. So I try to keep the window open and a candle on.
That's
but then though with the
insane.
window open, I think that made my allergies so much worse last night. So then I woke up with a sore throat. But I can't tell if we're now just perpetuating each other's sickness. I can't tell.
Oh, maybe I was sick and then gave it to you. Well, I didn't have a sore throat until last night either.
Yeah, we're incubating something.
I know, but I genuinely think maybe it's just allergies. I don't know, but holy shit.
Can we talk about what happened to me yesterday?
Oh my God. I've been living in this apartment for over 6 months.
Over 6 months.
When I moved in, Soph and I had this ongoing joke that she was going to run into. Can we just, for all intents and purposes, call him your ex?
Yeah.
Because
An ex.
Not
super relevant. Not capital E. Lowercase EX.
Yeah.
It's not this isn't
I mean, it's an ex.
Yeah, an ex.
And whether that was an ex-boyfriend, an ex-fling, an ex is an ex.
Ex-girlfriend.
Or ex-girlfriend. An ex is an ex. So
no matter how small.
When I moved in, we had this ongoing joke that you were going to run into him.
All the time. Also, it's not he's going to see us, walking down the street or even, he's going to see us whatever at happy hour across the street. It's he's going to see us doing a full merch photo shoot in the bodega he frequents. Or he's going to see me holding the tripod up while you're trying to do a stop motion film, me doing a dance in front of it. It's it would be super not casual.
The neighborhood is our office. We have to go outside and we have to use, common areas to get our
We're performing Rent the Musical / West Side Story, but it's just the two of us, and the passerbys did not buy tickets.
Not at all. But he lives across the street.
Yeah.
He lives on the block that is across the street for me. So it's not, it would be very, very normal to think I'm going to eventually run into him.
Right.
But I've been here for almost a year.
Nothing.
I forgot about that guy.
No, we stopped. This is also something we talked about, before you're moving, because I was oh my God, the address. And then when we were moving in, and then maybe a couple times in the fall when we were sitting outside. And then obviously I was he moved to Mars and I'm never seeing him again. Or just spiritually, I'm never seeing. And we're just opposite magnets and it's not meant to be.
Also, I love how I have been on the lookout. I don't know what he looks like.
Yeah, but I gave Sofia a gait. All you gotta know is the gait.
She showed me his walking patterns. So now I'm walking around the Lower East Side, looking for this kind of sway in the hips from all these 25-year-old guys. Okay.
Except no, I feel you're looking at high schoolers and you're oh, that boy's your age.
If you're 27 and younger, you're in high school, So kind of give us the picture.
The picture is that I had a really good, maybe we'll talk about this later, but I'm a woman who's learning how to have a morning routine for sure. I had a wonderful morning. I had an early morning walk.
We kind of did a flip-flop. I was the morning routine queen.
And I was the nighttime routine queen. No, pick up your crown, sis. Boots. Do you know, have you heard people say that?
No, but I like that.
Girl, pick up your crown. It's the Gen Z thing, and I promise I didn't just make that up. What was I saying? I am a woman building a morning routine. I had really impressed myself. It was Monday morning. I was starting the week off strong. I had the scaries when I got up, but I just jolted out of bed around like 7-ish, took a walk, did breakfast, had caffeine, had my little London fog. That's my caffeine of choice.
What time did you wake up?
Okay, it wasn't 7, it was 7:20.
That's really good.
But I got to your area, like we weren't meeting till 11. I got to your area at like 9. So I had time to do like pre-work, you know, and just like get stuff out of the way that's like annoying stuff that I don't want to take up the time when we're together making magic, as you are all enjoying right now, hopefully on YouTube.
Yeah, you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel.
I am riding a euphoric self-care high, and I'm obviously not paying attention to my surroundings and just in the bustling East Village sending a text to a special someone being like, my endorphins are hitting, when I just like to my left is my ex, so close to me that if we had both turned towards each other, our noses would be touching, like so close. And also what had happened clearly was like I was in La La Land on my phone texting about the endorphins, like giving myself a little cheerleading
that is like
emoji.
So funny to me. We just like breezed past that. You were texting a friend.
Yeah.
The endorphins are hitting or something, and this is at like 7:45 a.m.
Something about me, like if I do not articulate with words what is happening in my life, it didn't happen. You know what I mean? So I was like, I need to mark this moment. Like I need to tell someone, oh, it feels really good to be a part of the world more than 15 minutes before you're supposed to be at work. Like it was an accountability thing, I think.
That was genius what you just said. How long have you been doing the morning routine?
Not, it's so, like I haven't done it 2 days in a row yet. Okay. But I'm making strides. So my ex is on my shoulder, essentially. Was a parrot on my shoulder. Looked so pissed. Had clearly so pissed. This all just is like, it's because I smell bad. It's not because of anything emotional. No, I smelled good. Also, I was wearing a good outfit. Thank God.
It was like meant to be. But the way you described it to me is you were waiting to cross the street.
I was waiting to cross the street.
People had already crossed, but you were caught up in a text message you were sending.
He's walking. So clearly he had walked towards me and is clearly seeing me, and then is looking pissed. Like he side eyes me again, pupil to pupil, and then keeps bustling on walking.
Right. I feel like he's probably always looked pissed.
100%. Also, he had definitely like just gotten out of the shower.
He sounds like a loser. Just kidding. I didn't even say one thing. So, did he text you after? Did you think about texting him?
No, never. I also think it's really important when I was thinking about talking about this, like ranking. This person is not like a canonical person in my life, but it's also not like an ex from 3rd grade that I don't care about. You know, it's like, it's an in-between intensity person. Like it is definitely a call all the girls, you know, in your phone, holy shit, but not like a think about it like a week for the next week. It's like a think about it all day thing.
For sure. I think if I have made out with someone and we've kissed each other and we kissed each other in the past year, they're like a thing, you know, like they're off limits to my friends. If I ran into them, it would be like a whole thing.
It also is a present, like knowing that you could run into someone, it's a present absence in your head. Like we've joked about him, like you know about him. It's like we're in this space all the time, in this radius.
Can I bring something up and we can cut it out? I remember, and I think you were just like going through it at this time.
No.
I don't even think it's like real, like your real feelings. But for a second there, you were like going through it. And I remember your main concern was that you guys were gonna lose touch and like you'd be out of your life forever. Was kind of like the height of what you were scared of. And I remember looking at you and saying, Soph, listen to me. Exes never die.
Never.
Guys,
male exes.
They never go away.
Never.
100%.
Never.
It might be a few weeks. It might be a couple years, but like they will show up. Lo and behold, there he is walking around like he has a stick up his butt.
I remember you saying that, and the reason I'm beaming is not in a reminiscing way. I'm beaming in like It's so funny how all of us in heartbreak or in turmoil are such little babies and so fragile. And then like you come back into your normal brain and I'm like, forever would not be long enough to have nothing to do with him.
The way that you even reacted running into him. Like you walked in here and you were like, you won't guess who I saw. And then it was like, you know,
no, it was
business as usual.
It was like, let's make fun of him. I have one more food for thought about running into an ex. My really close friend and roommate, she ran into like a past horrible ex. And we were thinking about it just like, you know, when you have to just think like what force that is in power, what universal force like made this happen?
Right.
It is a way for you to kind of relinquish power. Like it's a way to dissolve the power of the relationship, because I think after a breakup you are kind of like, well, what's the first run-in gonna be? Yeah. What's the first thing? There's no second run-in. That's not a story. If I see him again, that's not a thing to tell my friends. That's not I just saw this person. That is like the final thing in the story is the time you run into them after a few months have gone by.
Right.
That's the last beat. It's a little, that's when it's like, okay, this is completely done.
It's like so many other things in your life when you build it up and build it up and build it up in your head, and like it's this thing, and then the second you actually encounter it or live it in reality, it's like, what the fuck?
It's also so grounding and like, oh, you just showered and are rushing to work and like are miserable because it's a Monday.
Right.
Like, right. And I'm fucking texting about my endorphins. Like, we're just like living out our corks, and this has nothing to do with like, we're not in love. What?
Would your other exes, like other people you've dated, do you think they would stop and chat? Or do you think it would be a similar thing?
People I dated like in high school for sure.
Stop and chat.
Yeah. No one probably that I've had serious feelings for post that. Maybe like college, like hookups, of course.
That's how I know. Yeah, that's how I know this guy is like somewhat recent, is because you guys didn't stop and chat.
Fuck no. And I scoffed. I genuinely scoffed when I saw his eye, because I was just like, what? I was just like, this is funny. And also, why are you pissed right now?
I think it couldn't have happened in a better way. You know?
I agree.
Let's talk about Klarna, because I love to swipe a card. You know what I don't love? Interest. That's where Klarna comes in, your everyday smarter spending partner. With Klarna, you can split your purchase into 4 interest-free payments, helping you manage your budget without the extra stress. Whether you're shopping in the Klarna app or with the Klarna card, it's all about flexibility and smarter spending. Plus, Klarna isn't just about payments. You can compare prices at your favorite stores and even earn cash back when you shop in the app. It's effortless, it's smart, and it's designed to help you get more value from every purchase. Choose Klarna at your favorite retailers or shop now at Klarna.com. CA residence loans made or arranged pursuant to a California finance law license. NMLS number 1353190. Klarna balance, account required. Klarna may get a commission. Limitations, terms, and conditions apply. Losing weight is tough, but Noom is making it easier than ever. You probably know Noom as a leader in behavior change and sustainable weight loss, but now they're taking it a step further with Noom GLP-1, a compounded semaglutide that helps you lose weight and keep it off. And the best part, it's actually affordable, starting at just $149. For those who qualify, Noom GLP-1 ships right to your door in just 7 days. But Noom is more than just medication. Their proven program pairs GLP-1s with Companion, a guide designed to help you build lasting habits and maintain muscle while losing fat. Plus, you'll have access to a doctor, a coach, and a supportive community right from the app. Noom GLP-1 starts at $149 and is delivered to your door in 7 days. Start your GLP-1 journey today at Noom.com. That's Noom.com. Noom, the smart way to lose weight. Not all customers will medically qualify for prescription medications. Compounded medications are not reviewed by the FDA for safety, efficacy, or quality. I have a whole list of things to discuss.
Same.
Should we just kind of mano a mano, and I'll just talk about my shit and we'll talk about your shit, and let's just fucking run it?
Play volleyball.
Let's go. Speaking of New York.
Yeah. We out here.
This one I might want to save. I just want to say, since we're talking about downtown, the East Side specifically, what a fucking shit show.
Yeah.
Like, I live on one of the busiest streets in New York.
Yeah.
And the shit that I see from my rooftop and my window, I saw a guy break a fire hydrant a couple days ago. And then the next day, I saw this other guy that was wearing like pigtails and a plaid skirt and was like holding like a machete.
Stop.
Grab this other guy and I actually have a video.
Oh my God. Bystander
On
Why
the
didn't
roof.
You hop in?
Because I was on the
Strength
roof.
and resistance training.
I kind of only
could've
have
landed
the best
it.
excuse ever, which is I was on the roof. But I remember being like, people don't get involved when there's a fight on the street.
My response to what you're saying is going to be quick, and with a story, it is going to be that I saw a man throw a woman down that he clearly knew, and it was clearly a domestic dispute, threw her down like a jacket. I thought she was a piece of cloth hitting the floor. He proceeds to choke her. Swaths of men are passing by. Not only passerbys, but a bouncer for a bar is watching it happen. What? No one does anything. I think it's like a weird cognitive dissonance. And also people are like human suffering has just been like so normalized in the city. Because you could literally be walking to a business meeting and like see someone defecating. I don't know.
I don't think New York was this bad. And maybe I've been living in La La Land, but actually, no.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the case. The amount of crime that I've seen with my very own eyes. Do I watch the news? Absolutely not. So do I know? But I do have the Citizen app. And it did tell me that the crime has gone up 76% in the East Village. Do I think that's like the most...
Right.
What's the word?
Accurate?
Accurate. Word recall not here. Probably not, but I wanted to bring it up to you because you're the only other person where I think where your apartment is front row tickets to the freak show.
Front row tickets to the motherfucking freak show in Little Italy. Where I live is actually this fun thing where it's these kitschy Italian restaurants that have like club promoters outside of them pushing the restaurant on you.
Yeah. And doing like a $26 Aperol spritz that's like oversized and fucking watered down.
There's a fun thing that happens every night around 10 p.m. They keep it early, but it is the running of the bulls of these like 15-year-old kids visiting New York. It's all tourists, and they get like dropped off by this bus. And I swear to God, they just run through the streets and screech. Like it's not crime. It is teen terror. Okay. It's horrible.
When you say running of the bulls, that's like an expression, correct?
Isn't that's the event that happens in Spain, right?
Yeah. But you're saying like they get dropped off in this area, they're tourists, and they just go fucking berserk.
Yeah.
There's no place on earth like New York.
Also, someone singing Hakuna Matata outside my window constantly. So much so that you
guy.
can hear it on Zooms. It's not like, just to the ear. You can hear it in recordings. You can hear it on Zoom. Like,
it's this guy, and day after day, day in and day out, if you go to Little Italy, you'll see him. He has a microphone similar to the one I'm holding with this long cord, goes out into the street and just like belts out songs.
We want to do a sleep study where we switch rooms and see whose is louder, even though I know whose it's going to be.
I took a lot of time, a lot of energy.
Okay, true.
Make my room fucking soundproof.
Yeah, true.
I don't know though. I swear to God, I can like hear the people upstairs breathing.
Yeah. But also, you were probably hearing more ruckus when you were 2 years younger, like I am, than you when you were 30.
Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true.
Can we talk about industry?
Let's talk about Nutrafol, and I'm gonna speak candidly. I was skeptical about Nutrafol. Like another hair supplement. I've been taking it now for a few months, every single day religiously, and after receiving a terminal haircut last year, my hair is looking long. And I say that with confidence. You may have heard of Nutrafol's hair growth supplements and wondered, do they actually work? It's a fair question. Many hair supplements overpromise and underdeliver, but Nutrafol is different. As the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand, it's trusted by over 1.5 million people and is clinically tested to deliver real results in just 3 to 6 months. And it's not just backed by studies. Their research is published in peer-reviewed journals and vetted by doctors, ensuring scientific rigor and results that you can trust. And guess what? I trust it because I am seeing the results. Order online, no prescription needed, and enjoy perks like one-on-one naturopathic consults and a free Headspace membership to support your hair growth journey. This summer, stop worrying about your hair and start making memories. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering my listeners $10 off your first month's subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code Sofia. Find out why Nutrafol is the best-selling hair growth supplement brand at Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code Sofia. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code Sofia. Hey ladies, I need you to stop what you're doing and listen to me. Seriously, pay attention. We are all getting to that age where our bodies are just not what they used to be. You know what I'm talking about. You don't have the energy you used to have. Your skin isn't as soft and glowing as it used to be. Your hair isn't as thick or shiny. You just don't feel or look the same, and it sucks. But it's a new era, and we don't have to roll over and accept defeat. So I want to talk about Strong Cell. It's got NADH, CoQ10, and marine collagen in it, which all act as a lifeline to your body's cells. It's simple. There are cells in every single area of your body. If your cells are healthy and kicking ass, then you are going to be healthy and kick ass. Strong Cell is the only company to make NADH that actually gets to your cells, and it comes in a yummy daily drink. Go to strongcell.com and insert code Sofia and get 20% off. Seriously, strongcell.com now. That's spelled STRONGCELL. You want to look and feel 20 again? Then go get you some Strong Cell now. I have that written down. I have been wanting to talk to you about industry for a very long time. What episode are you on?
Okay, so I love to fucking watch TV. Like, watching TV is a sport. Binging is a marathon to me.
Yeah.
For some reason, I really like it, but I can't binge it. I'm literally only on like episode 4. I can't binge it. I have 2 theories as to why, which I wrote down. One, the last well, let me just start by saying I'm a huge Bravo head. I love reality TV, but I love scripted TV. I love all TV. I love movies. I love TV, like love to consume. The last written non-reality TV show I watched was The Pit, and that scratched every little. There was not one scene that was not the highest stakes possible. Even now in a show like this where they're on the trading floor and it is so high stakes, I don't think it's teasing the part of my brain that The Pit got quite as well. So I think I'm slower with it.
Right. And by the way, you guys, Industry is on HBO, now known as Max.
MaxiPad.
And it's basically this scripted show about these younger professionals who get a job at this like high stakes. I think it's like FX trading financial firm in London.
Yeah.
And they're all a little bit demented.
Yeah.
As we all are.
And
Continue.
they're doing anything to be hired as full-time employees.
Right.
I had a huge realization.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if you're going to be with me. I think I also have had a hard time approaching it because it's come to my attention because people, when Succession ended, were like, if you love Succession, you'll love Industry. I think people are like, oh, because thematically there's money involved.
It is so spot on.
It is nothing like Succession, nothing like the cadence, nothing like the editing, nothing like the humor. You know what it's like?
What?
It's like Skins.
I've never seen that.
Skins.
No, I've never seen that.
Oh my gosh, this British show about teenagers, and it's just very similar, but it's nothing like Succession.
It's nothing like Succession except that it's, you know, there's dark humor involved, but
And it's
Succession,
like blood money, like
I mean, but I would say Succession, to me, I would consider that actually ultimately a comedy more than a drama.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a dramedy.
Yeah.
It's a dramedy.
Yeah. Dramedy, 100%.
Industry. I literally almost just forgot the name of the fucking show that we are talking about right now. Industry is not a comedy.
It's not.
It's just not.
It's not. Although our comedic genius, our dramedy genius, Lena Dunham, directed the pilot, which was so interesting.
It didn't have her, like, what I would assume is her touch.
Maybe since she was in HBO, but Lena Dunham's signature is like weird, kind of humiliating masturbation scenes.
True.
Speaking of, did you clock the first episode of season 2? How the main girl is trying to masturbate to a thirst trap of Joey Essex?
Oh, I did notice that. And I was like, did I interview like the biggest celebrity of all time? I love Joey. I love Joey Essex. Like, we're
so good.
Yeah. Next time I'm in London, I need to hang out with him. We were supposed to when I was just there, but
I'm not saying it in a biased way, but if you guys haven't listened to Joey and Sofia's episode, you should. It's so funny.
I love when I sit with people and we just click.
You click, and also he talks about how he plays the game. He's just like he's fucking hysterical.
He's so funny. So funny. But yeah, that was insane. So does that mean you're on season 2?
I am on episode 4, season 1. I'm lagging. I know.
Episode 4, season 1. Okay. I need you to. No, it was season 2 is more gripping than Succession.
Okay.
Like, it kind of, you know, struck a chord in a similar but even more intense way than this past season of White Lotus. This past season of White Lotus didn't do that, just the finale.
Bye. I don't know if maybe I'm on more like toxic fucking Gen Z TikTok or something. Everyone loves to be like, if you didn't like this season, you don't understand building tension. And you don't understand the style of Mike White, all these things. Like, sorry, no, he dropped the ball on having it be in Asia. He dropped the ball, and so like it complexity. There was no buildup. The finale was amazing, but it's clear. I think he wrote the finale, and then he was like, "How do I make the show around it?"
Right.
And having an amazing finale does not make a show. Does not a show make.
No.
Does not a show make. And I don't like being reduced to that. We're just being like, oh, we need a hit in every episode.
I think I could direct White Lotus.
I think you could too. I think you're brilliant.
Oh my God, thank you for saying that.
Of course.
Right back at you. I swear to God, though, at least in terms of like, come up with the storyline. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a cat, and the cat is actually a Siamese twin with another cat, and it like sucked the brother off, but then there's like a murder. Okay. That's White Lotus.
My roommate and I worked at a private social club in Boston together, and we always said we wanted to write White Lotus, but it's just exclusively the drama from the staff perspective.
That's so smart.
But like, you don't even like, there's no characters that are guests.
Wait, they should do that like either like a private members club or like cocktail waitresses at like the, top nightclub in Vegas. Cause you are dealing with the wealthiest individuals in the world. in a party setting. That's so good.
But then like one episode it's that, and then one episode it's the like back of house chefs, and then the next episode it's like the hiring HR guy that's like dealing with all these like he's the only one that's in the morning, and he just has to like cover up for the execs, whatever. We'll get on it.
Imagine working in HR and like at the Wynn in Vegas. I would like just, or you know what, maybe it's super safe and the girls are just like, I'm not even gonna bring shit up because every day is just like a nightmare. I just know because my really good friend has worked at like every nightclub in Vegas and shit is insane. And I would always say, why don't you just like take a Klon? I'm so good at giving advice. Why don't you just take like drugs? Why don't you take downers?
I'd love to be treated with dignity, not just kind of put a Band-Aid on it, but
And she said that the cocktail waitresses won't take prescription anything because if something were to happen, like, you know how they'll carry girls, like the guys, like the bartenders or barbacks will carry the girls above their head on like a sleigh or something to do with the bottle presentation.
Yeah.
If someone drops a bottle or someone drops a girl on your head, which happens all the time,
right,
and you crack your head open and you're gushing blood and you have to go to the hospital, they drug test you. And if you were on anything, like your health insurance won't cover it and you get fired.
There's no protection for women
The
ever.
little facts I know about shit that does not matter is really just beyond. Did we come to a conclusion with industry?
I'm watching, of course. I'm going to keep watching it. I just don't think I'm going to be as fast as normally I come to you and I'm like, oh my God, so on last night's season of RHONY, and it's not going to be that.
Yeah. I've been doing this very new thing when I watch TV where I'm not like sitting and binging seasons anymore.
Oh, wow.
And I'm doing like one episode of one show and then like jumping to a palate cleanser and like watching something that's completely different.
Are you feeling it like in a positive way?
Not in a negative or a positive, but actually I do think it stems from maybe, you know, this shit feeling a little deep or dark or intense. Which with your nighttime routine, you don't watch stimulating stuff, right? When you're like actually trying to go to bed.
I will rapid fire give you what my entertainment routine is for my bedtime routine.
Okay. I love how you just mixed up bedtime and entertainment routine.
One and the same, babe.
It's like very telling of how you feel about your bedtime
TV
routine.
is my blanket, so
You must really get a thrill.
I get home. Everything is done. Everything I'm about to say is already after making food, already after showering, already after skincare, all of that. I'll probably like grab a snack during this, but this is like exclusively time for me, the screens, and the bed. Emphasis on plural screens. That'll come in a second. 10 to 11 is active entertainment time. So that's when I'm watching like the new show I'm watching. So that's when I would watch Industry or when I would watch The Pit or when I would watch Southern Charm or when I would watch RHONY. Now, and I love this part so much. I love it all. I look forward to this routine every single day. So around, as we're gearing up to 11, that's when it's time for passive consumption. So this is when I'm putting on a show that I've already gone through. I'm putting on a Real Housewives of Potomac, which was my first love, and I've seen every episode 5 times. I'm putting on now a RHONY because I'm done with it. I'm putting on kind of a Bethany Comes Back season 7 RHONY. Yeah. I'm putting on it. Sometimes I go fiction. Sometimes I go Parks and Rec. I'm really in an Amy Poehler thing right now.
I couldn't get into Parks and Rec.
I'm putting that on. That's okay. You'll grow into it when you're my age, girl.
Yeah.
And I will do the games on my phone.
I just wrote down. I'm not texting. I just wrote down Bethany Frankel because I forgot that show existed. Continue.
How could you?
I don't know.
How could you?
I don't know.
So I have this on my computer screen and then I'm playing on the damn phone. I'm doing New York Times connections. I'm doing New York Times mini. Everyone solves the mini. I know you don't play it, so I'm talking to the camera. Everyone solves the mini in about 30 seconds. It takes me about 5 minutes.
What are you talking about? Oh, crossword.
Crossword. I'm
on the
looking
phone.
on the phone. So I've got the Peacock playing. I'm looking at Street Easy, which in New York is like Zillow. It's where you look at apartments. I'm looking at Street Easy if I made 10 times the amount of money.
Right.
I'm looking at Depop. I'm looking on the Real. I'm looking for a birthday present for my friend in 2 months. Forgot to say at 11 is also when I take my meds. So eventually while I'm doing double screen, I drop the phone, I let the computer keep playing, and I pass the fuck out, and the computer plays till I wake up in the morning. I am salivating right now. It is the best.
So I have my jaw on the floor because I have yet to establish a bedtime routine and a bedtime. Like, I go to bed at a different hour every single night.
I'm asleep by 12. And that's my standard. So sometimes I'll be asleep by 12:15, but I'm like, okay, I just know I was a tiny bit off. And then if I fall asleep by 1, I'm like, I know I need a recovery day. Like, I know I need to fall asleep at 11 p.m.
But don't you feel like the online shopping, even if it's definitely more of a browse, is that not pretty stimulating still?
It puts me to sleep. The scroll puts me to sleep because you're so detail oriented when you're looking at like, shopping is not like a functional thing I do. Like, I don't have my card saved on my phone. You know what I mean? Like, it's purely a scrolling. Also, I'm like,
it feels like window shopping, like the equivalent. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm going in this store and like.
It feels like Baby Einstein. It feels like a mobile. It feels like I'm watching shapes go around on a mobile. And then I have Ramona screeching in the background.
Well, I mean, how intense are these meds? Like, do they like knock you out?
These are not, it's not like sleeping pills or anything. This is just what gets me drowsy.
My sleep,
I know,
is just, and I feel like it was really, really bad a couple years ago. I got it under control. I was like pretty good.
Yeah.
And then I pulled an all-nighter.
Yeah. It really sets like, things off.
It's so crazy.
It's so hard because I don't know what to tell.
I mean, I kind of know why.
Yeah.
Like, I know for a fact it's fucking traveling.
Yeah.
It's taking stimulants, Adderall. It's not having a bedtime routine.
Your body's not in stasis. There's no common denominator. It's not like your body's not getting tired because it doesn't have enough structure to know that it's the end of the day.
Yeah. And it's just, I don't know. But because of the all-nighter, it's like that really threw me into a frenzy. And then last night I was actually on the 48th hour of no sleep because I was up to like 3. And then I was so fucking upset and had so much anxiety and was so stressed leading up to the 3 a.m. that it reached a boiling point. And then I was just like, fuck it, I don't care about life as we know it. And then I fell asleep because that's how it works.
Yeah. No, it makes sense because you get so worked up. It's such a fine line of like self-care and then obsessing.
Well, the
over
obsessing, but something I noticed last night is it's not even just this typical obsessing that I tend to do. It's fueled by shame and guilt.
Yeah.
And being mad at myself for like, oh, you're still awake.
Yeah. And then it's like, oh, I'm not an adult. I'm not functional. I'm not capable of these things. And it's so isolating. I feel I've never struggled with sleep. I've struggled with oversleeping and not waking up. And I completely get it. Because then you're like, why is everyone out my window is doing the thing that I can't do right now? Everyone's doing this. Everyone holds themselves accountable. Like, how am I ever going to have kids? Me projecting. That's what I think about for myself. I'm like, I need to learn how to wake up for my babies in 70 years.
Right. But then that keeps me up. Yeah. Like thinking that way and just like being like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Then just like kind of furthers this like anxious cycle.
It's so hard for us to walk the line of being holding ourselves accountable and being disciplined, but then also just letting it go,
And loving yourself.
loving yourself, letting it happen. I get in that cycle a lot when I think I'm getting sick, and then I get really stressed about being sick, and then I call my mom and panic and be like, I can't be getting sick, and I like health max such to the point that I'm like getting up and peeing every second and making myself so anxious to then the point where it's like the flu has entered.
Right.
You made yourself vulnerable to getting sick through anxiety.
Yeah. The mind is a beautiful but gnarly fucking thing.
Can I tell you what my mind did the other night in the middle of the night?
Yes.
Which I've been dying to tell you for like a week.
What?
I woke up in the middle of the night.
And made another PB&J.
I did do that a couple weeks ago. I woke up in the middle of the night and RHONY was blasting. And I heard Dorinda say, and I quote, I should shower today because I smell like a goat.
Okay.
But instead of writing that down, I took this picture of my screen that shows the timestamp and Heather responding, because I was like, tomorrow at work, I have to show Sofia this scene.
Wait, what scene is it?
It's just Dorinda saying, I need
goat
to shower.
thing?
I smell like a goat. But in the middle of the night at the crack of dawn, I'm hearing this line being like, wait. Taking a picture and being like, okay, cool. I'll show Sofia that in the morning. And falling back asleep.
Also, the fact that you're just sleeping and RHONY is just penetrating your brain waves for, 8 hours is the reason you have the personality you do today. I need to get on that. I really, I'm going to stop saying I need. I'm going to stop saying I should. When my body wants me to sleep, I will sleep. But because the last 2 nights were difficult to the degree that they were, I'm taking this shit serious, like for real.
One of the fun fixations I am nowhere near in life getting engaged. Nowhere near. My mom didn't have me till 40. Like everything for me is pushed back for sure. I'm obsessed with jewelry. I always have been. I also fall asleep a lot of the times at night looking at engagement rings.
Love that.
I have some picked out for you.
For me?
Yeah. This is what I envision your ring to look like. Would you like to look at them?
Yes, I would like to look at them.
This is kind of purely off vibes. Me personally, if anyone's curious, what I would want is I'm kind of interested in a color stone. I'm really interested in cool hardware around it, like even like a big bulky gold like signet ring with like a tiny little diamond in it. A signet ring is like, when people have those class rings and it's gold, but it's flat at the top and it has like a stamp.
Yes,
That's a signet ring. I'm going funky. I think Sofia's an oval girl.
Okay.
Let me pull them up.
Can I say something
while you're my lips while I get the pics?
This is going to put into perspective how different Soph and I are when it comes to jewelry. I told Soph that I was sick and tired of having to buy new jewelry monthly. And Soph looked at me and was like, yeah, that's why you don't get your jewelry off Amazon or whatever, cheapo place you're getting it. Last week was the first time in my life that I purchased a sterling silver ring. Okay. And then now when I am looking to buy jewelry, now I'm just entering the world of 10 karat, 14 karat gold. I've never once spent money on a quality jewelry piece.
No, Sophia's rocking a green line.
Like my fingers used to be like, how fucking.
Also, to be clear, I am not wear exorbitantly expensive jewelry person.
No.
I'm get just like a cool ass sterling silver ring that you'll never have to
think about how much money I end up spending.
Way more
when it's a new jewelry collection every quarter.
I am going to pass you the phone with the first engagement ring that reminds me of you.
Okay.
And why don't you describe what it looks like and how you feel?
Okay. By the way, I do want to just comment back on what you said your dream ring would be. A color stone has you written all over it. And I can't think of one other person in my life that I would think that for. But like,
wait, that makes me so happy.
You.
Oh my God. Okay, that makes me really happy.
I don't really know what you mean by like the class ring with the stone.
Totally fine.
But
that's totally fine.
I'm also just now looking into engagement rings for fun as well. Gorge.
Mm-hmm.
So gorge.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing, and I know this should not be a reason that I don't get something I love, is that every single girl's ring right now.
It's not every single girl's ring. Just to describe for you guys, it's basically a
forgot about
big oval ring with like in a prong setting. Like you can see the prongs and it's really pretty.
Emphasize on the word big. That is
it's big.
rock.
It's big. I don't think it needs to be this carat necessarily because you have tiny hands. But I don't think it's the most popular. But I do think for someone like you who's not looking at a ton, you're probably seeing a lot of these. Like, I think it's the most popular that has mass appeal.
Right.
But it is classic.
Right.
I don't think it's too trendy.
What are the trendy ones? I'm assuming oval, square.
The really trendy ones right now are like bezel, where the gold's around it that looks like
Oh, I wasn't even paying attention to the setting.
Like gold's around it. Not the pear shape, just pay attention to the gold around it. So that's like a bezel set.
I didn't even know you could do that.
It's really cool. And then
wow.
Another popular one is kind of having, we'll put a picture on the screen, but having like a wavy band with a diamond set in it. That's not my favorite. It's kind of copying almost the like design motif of like the wavy stuff. The wave. People love the wavy shit.
I don't even know what ring, but I can tell you right now I wouldn't
pick.
I wouldn't like
Let me show you another one.
Okay, see, I forgot when it comes to an engagement ring, there is the diamond, the clarity of the diamond, the cut of the diamond, the setting. I hate the cushion. Is the cushion the one that like props the ring up?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't like
some
that.
shit. I've never typed that in. This one is very similar. It's oval and it's a prong setting, but the band is a little bit thicker, so you might think it looks the same, but you can scroll through those pictures.
Okay. This is though exactly the ring I would want. I'm curious to know, are these the same ring?
Yeah, they're the same.
So cute. I would want a thinner band.
You like the thin band? Do you like it? I kind of envision you with a rounded band.
Okay, so Soph knows her fucking jewelry. Is there a square band?
Yeah, like this is a square band. This is a round band. Imagine they're the same thickness.
Oh, so the square one, it's flat on the side.
Flat on the inside. Yeah. Whereas the round is round all the way.
That is a detail I've never. Did you grow up and like your mom had like amazing jewelry or what?
No, I just have always, I mean, I think we're very similar. Like I love design. My dad's a designer and I love jewelry. I got really into thrifting sterling silver.
Yeah.
Jewelry. I don't know. It's not,
I just don't get like what I missed.
You didn't miss anything.
Because I love design.
You do.
Clothing, interior, jewelry. I know nothing about. Nothing.
I think that when you do get more into it, you'll find that you're going to have something classic with a little something like special and chic, you know?
Yeah, I'm going to divulge something. Oh, fuck. Should I do this? I just, every fucking week, I like divulge something and then I
know.
Have to not only tear my hair out, but mentally fucking drain Soph as well. And I tell her to please look out for any mentions of this keyword in the episode and flag it for me.
It doesn't drain me at all. But I observe it on the back end.
My boyfriend said that he was not previously engaged, but was about to be.
Okay.
With one of his exes, got her a ring.
Okay, he had the ring picked out. Okay.
Yeah. And Well, he asked if he could just repurpose it, but like kind of switch it up. And I said, you can kind of switch it up and like get the fuck out of my phone book because no.
Right.
But he asked me, and I have no idea about diamond size.
Yeah.
None. I really, really don't. He asked me if, he said, I think 3 carats is like a really good size, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
I told him the truth. I was just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how big that is. I don't know how small or how big that is.
I think that's like pretty standardly like, oh my God, that's a really fucking nice engagement ring.
So I hate it and it needs to be bigger.
No.
Yeah.
No.
If that's how you're answering.
Can I ask you a serious question? Because I
Yes.
do know that you have other friends
Yeah.
that aren't your assistant.
Right. Debatable.
Am I going to be consulted?
With the ring?
Yeah.
Oh, like he would reach out to you? Or I would?
Both.
Well, I fucking...
Okay.
Is there a decision I've made in the time that we've been working together that I didn't run past you?
No, but also, I mean, Allie's also so into it too. Like, obviously, and I want that for her as well.
Yeah, but Allie's in fucking San Diego. Fucking,
You're long
she's
distance.
worried about her own ring.
Right.
You know?
Is it going to be like, you're going to figure it out and like, we're going to talk it over and that sort of thing. And then you're going to tell him super specific things. But then what about like, but then is he going to send me a picture? Because what if those notes don't come out right?
When
do I come
pressured? In? Well, with me right now.
Like, of course, yeah.
But no, I'm being serious. I like want us to start talking about it just because it's fun.
Let's start a Pinterest. Yes. Let's start a board.
Yes.
We love a board.
Woo!
I got Sophia too into Pinterest, and now she gets those like terrible millennial like mantras that are like,
it's my favorite
5
thing.
lampshades that'll change your aura.
It's my favorite fucking place on the planet.
I know.
So we covered a lot.
Okay.
We did not cover everything, and I have somewhat breaking news that I'm going to share. I think I want to save it, and I think we should do a part 2.
Let's do a part 2. I have a lot of funny boss and employee Reddit stories and also some confessions to tell you as your employee.
I have some confessions to tell you about your boss.
I'll write you a memo.
Sloots. I love you guys so much. You know where to find me, Sofia with an F, Franklyn with a Y. So do you want to plug your socials that you...
Sophia with an F, Franklyn with a Y.
Oh, shit. That was the best answer ever. Okay, guys, to be continued. Bye.
Bye.